Hi guys, it's me Andrea, and I'm here today with my second lot of ATCs. It's from the last week, seven pieces. Yeah, okay. It started on Sunday the 10th, as you could say. No, on Saturday. Actually, it's Saturday the 10th, and I start here with a tea bag. I kept that and I glued completely on the whole ATC. And as I said before in my other video, I use for this ATCs, I use up a lot of my leftover stuff. And this is a piece of paper I rusted, heavy watercolor paper I rusted, and cut this stripe down and use it on here. And it will be very simple, just the tea bag, the rusted stripe of paper, and some flowers I'm drawing here. What I do, I use an awful lot of colors to paint it in, and I use my graphics here. They are from Derwent, and I really like them. They are permanent when dry, so absolutely nice to use, especially when you have the small areas. That works perfectly. And I use a lot of colors here, different ones. You can't really see that from here, different reds I go in, of course greens, different ones, but it's too small to see all different shades. So bit of white, of course, and in the middle I think I go for some yellow dot, but that will it be? Yeah, I think so. Okay, bit of vintage photo distress ink around the edges to match all this, yeah, this distressy things on the tea bag, this dirt, and bit of scribbling here. No real words, just scribbling. I thought that's what it needed. So that's the next one. That was a very easy one because I used parts I had left over here in my little containers. Bit of splatters in the background, and the background I made, of course, already in my first video when I played around with my jelly plate. This thing here from the magazine, this woman I think I had for ages in my stash, for ages. It was already glued it down on some heavy watercolor paper and cut it out, and never used it. I wanted to use it for one project years ago and never did. So I think that's with a balloon absolutely perfect. And it won't go a lot more on it, only some words. And that's a bit cheeky. It's a German words. Normally, lass einen fliegen. We had this joke when Nina's 99 air balloons were on in the 80s, and yeah, that was always at the end when she found a balloon and let it go. And we always said, lass einen fliegen, und ich lass einen fliegen. That actually means you're having a fart. But it could always, of course, it could already mean, or as well mean, you let something go, a balloon. So, yeah, but it's cheeky. It's a bit of a joke, come on. But only the Germans won't understand that, of course. Lass einen fliegen. Let it go, or have a fart. Okay, I go around. Sorry. Sometimes I'm a bit childish with my humor. I know that, but it's not actually toilet humor, isn't it? Now, come on. Okay, a bit of outline in here. Nothing else. So, and these are some of my die cuts I have leftovers. I had this solid hearts, and then this very very filigrane ones, and this delicate ones. And I wanted to glue them on top of each other, but the solid ones weren't contrasty enough, so I put more paint on it. This is actually my paint. I got the Vivid Ultra Metallics I got from Colorate. So, and it's not only more contrast, it is very, very shiny as well. I love them. So shiny. And I think the last one I thought was okay, but it is a bit too light. I think I put something blue on top. You can't see it. I was out of camera. Yeah, oh no. Yeah, I do, I think. No. Oh, come on. I've done that already, I think. I haven't got a clue what I did. It is. I'm doing so much at the moment. All the ATCs, and I have to make cards a lot, and I have to. Yeah, so I'm not sure what I'm doing. I have to do so many videos and edit them and voice over them. I don't know what I'm doing. When I'm talking rubbish, please stay with me. It will get better. And next thing is, it is boiling hot here. I mean, I like it, but the problem is, at some stage, I have to stop working here because it gets so hot in my studio that I really can't work properly. It is everything dries immediately. It's nice when you want to dry something like modeling paste or so. I put it out in the sun. It dries in no time, but it's not nice when you want to do special techniques um, where you want to keep the paint open and yeah. But yeah, what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is the word herzig. Herzig means, at the end of the day, it means cute. So it's a German word. It comes from hart, Herz, and herzig means definitely cute. Okay, next one, using background I made with my jelly plate as well, and put some of this harlequin or yeah stencil on top and work here with my Stabilo woodies. Activate them with water. They at the end of the day the same. I said that before. As this Stabilo, all I use at the moment, it's a crayon, very rich, great to use, and like to use them, activate them with water, but they are definitely not permanent. They're always, you always can reactivate them again and again. So that's what you have to keep in your mind when you're using stuff like that. Bit of the turquoise here at the edges, and this will be my little yeah steampunk figure. Yeah, it's everything is from leftovers, as I said before, out of my stash where I put all these bits and bobs I have left over, and here the rest of my rusty paper stripes I use for the legs. Cut it to shape here, and yeah, that's the legs. All the other bits, apart from the wings, I will use, or I will colorize the wings in lightly with my Stabilo here, and that's it. All the other bits goes as I had them. Oh no, I had this hat. It's not a hat, it's a clock part as well, but I use it as a hat for my little figure here. Bit of a dark one here to get some shadings down into the wings. That's the steampunk wings, actually. That's part of the stem from Sheena Douglas, this time traveler part. Oh, this is the clock part I talked about. I will use as a hat for my little figure. And this is the hat, the head, the head with D. The other thing was a hat. This is a head. Um, use my woodies again, and the eyes, I think this white little clock parts, I keep that in white and put this eyes on it, this wobbly eyes. Okay, bit of stamping in the background, and then I glue everything down. You can see that I put a bit of white into the background. It didn't stand out enough, so simply a bit of gesso on my fingers and go onto the ATC, and that's it stands out so much better. Always helpful. It's enough when you have a light coat of gesso in the background. And here's the hat on the head. So these are the eyes. I think they're quite funny with the shape. It looks a bit like eyelashes, doesn't it? So, and the wobbly eyes. So that's it. Okay, now I go around with the Stabilo here, but I take the paint here, or the crayon, directly from the Stabilo on my water tank brush, it is not that concentrated then, and I can blend it out much better. A bit of ground in here, and of course go around the edges. Yeah, wasn't defined enough for my taste, so I go around again with my ink marker. But I think apart from putting a bit of white, I put a bit of white down. Yeah, that's what I did here and there. You know, simply some highlights here and there. No rocket science. Okay, but now I haven't finished. I'm still, yeah, fuzzing around with this mouth, you know. I wanted it to look um, I'm wondering, you know, things like that. So that was it, finished. Okay, and this is the next one. I'm drawing something. I can't remember what it was. I wanted to draw something, and I had to erase it because it was awful. And then it looked like this little guy here. It's me again. This typical thing, you know. I see something in something, and pick it up and go for it. And I think this guy is quite funny. Love it. So go in with my Pitt pen here. That's what I always do. This is watercolor paper, so I haven't prepared it with gesso. And go first in with my graphite, and then he's getting a little dog. Actually, he's going for a walk, so put that in with graphite and go over with a Pitt pen. Didn't show that, but I went over with a Pitt pen, and now I prepare the background with gesso that I can work on it much better with paint, and can shift the paint, or I can take paint off with my baby wipe. It wouldn't be possible if you're not having gesso in the background, because the paint would be soaked into the paper. And work on the background here with blues, and on the bottom with greens, of course, a lot. Use my fingers, and I go over my figures I draw. It doesn't matter, I can still see it. I'm not covering everything up here, and I will go over it with an ink pen afterwards. So that's what I tend to do. I'm feeling not comfortable drawing directly on an acrylic when I've already done the background, because it's difficult to erase, and I'm not feeling confident enough, you know, with my drawing. I need a lot of erasing, and so that's always better doing that on a watercolor paper. Yeah, but that's me. I have to get this confident. Confidence, yeah, but okay, we'll see. Okay, I use again my graphics here from Derwent, and for the background, just some dots in different colors to let it look like there are flowers in the background, and the little dog gets yellow and orange. Okay, there are no yellow and orange dogs, but I don't mind. My dog is yellow and orange, and the guys, well, they have this partner look, you know, matching stuff. Okay, I wasn't happy with the face, and that's why I go in here with a white ink completely and cover everything up. And after that dried, I started all over again. But I go first around all the lines here, because I, of course, went over with the ink and have to define them again. But now to the face, yeah, I'm much happier. Okay, so next step, again with my Stabilo, I go on, put a bit of my Stabilo all on top, and then activate it here with my water tank brush. A bit more, oh no, that's actually a graphite, water-soluble graphite. So this is the word I'm using, and I go in first with my graphite, because I wasn't sure if I have it bang in the middle, but it worked. And that's what I call walkie, going for a walkie. That's the signal word for our dogs. When they hear that word walkie, they are jumping up like little rockets, you know. So, okay, next one. I wanted to use this saying. It says, Farbe ist der direkte Weg zum Herzen. That means color, or paint color in that case, is is the direct route to the heart. And I didn't, of course, didn't want to cut out all of these letters. That would be stupid, I thought. But a bit, so that I have a little bit of a bridge there, and the other words I cut out and put them down separately. Okay, and this is someone said that I put the name down. I can't remember who it was. So for that reason, of course, I wanted to have the background really, really colorful. That's why I use my dilution paints. That's always, when I need something really colorful, I choose the dilutions because I think they're so bright, and I really love them. When you need really something really colorful, go for them. Need to be a bit careful here with the green, not mixing with my purple or with my, what is it, fuchsia or something like that. So I dried the green first and then went in with the other one. So I'm gluing everything down now. And I have this heart for my stash, and it was too dark red. I wanted to have a neon here, the neon orange. And I go first over with gesso, because this neon orange is not very opaque. It is a bit translucent. That's why I use the gesso first. And I go around all the letters here to let them stand out more. Use my black Pitt pen and a bit of shading, of course, with my alcohol pens here in a grey color. I have quite a lot of these grey shades, and always adapted to the background. Of course, if you have a darker background, using a darker grey. Okay, that's it. Nothing more. And now I go and start with my, it's another very colorful one. It's the city. And I knew I wanted to use this die cut. I used this die cut recently for a page I made, this Next Please, with the earth and the whale. I don't know if you watched that. And I used my die cut, this city and skyline. And I had some leftovers from that, this one. And what I do here, I use it as a stencil or as a mask, and it's actually used as a mask, of course. And use it first in grey, that I get this line. And first thought if I should go and have this gap between it, but then I decided no, I don't, and go over with my ink, my Pitt pen here, because I thought no, at first I thought I wanted to glue that piece down, but I decided against it. So I go and use the grey to get an even better edge in here, to make it stand out even more. And then when I decided to leave it like that, it was very, very colorful. Then I thought, oh yes, I'm going for a flower power city. So this is the negative, actually. I put that on to protect the background, because I want to stamp, and I want to have the stamps only in the city or on the city. I have tiny, tiny flowers here, and 3 different sizes, actually. They're really tiny. It was one little stamp, it was a freebie in a magazine I saw, and I cut them all apart, because I thought this single flowers are much more interesting than in a bunch. So this is my flower power city, yay! Okay, a bit of white into the flowers, of course, to make them look even more, or they stand out much more, of course. Stamping only they weren't that visible, but now they stand out nicely. That reminds me of, I don't know if you know that, in the 70s, I can remember this flower power time, when we had this washing out liquids. In the 70s, they had this peel off flowers. You could peel them off and stick them on your tiles in the kitchen. That reminds me of that. So this swirly thing that came actually with this little flower stem. As I said, I cut them all apart. I really liked this swirls by itself without all the flowers. So bit of etching here, and I think that's it. Okay, I will clean up the lines again a bit, but that's it. Okay, guys. Okay, some pictures are coming now, and thanks a lot for watching. Oh, by the way, the alcohol ink I promised this week, that will be next week. I completely forgot that it's in the third lot, so sorry about that. But next Friday it will be in. Promise, really. Thanks again for watching, and thumbs up and everything. Bye bye, guys. Have a fantastic time. Bye.